Happy New Year, everybody. Hey, this is a time of year that a lot of people look back at the past year of business and look forward at the opportunities of the coming year and really assess the strategies and the priorities and the people and the effectiveness of a company in meeting its own goals. It can be fun, but most people find it horrifying. One thing that we can all agree on that's really frustrating, though, is when we spend so much time building the budget, but then we file it away never to talk about it again. So this is the number one mistake that companies make when they plan their annual budget. They spend a lot of time organizing priorities, they get everybody on the same page, but many never discuss it again after it's been finalized. I understand why this happens. Things get busy, things get crazy. There's rapid change in the business environment, and it feels like the ink just dried on this plan, and now we've got to redo it. Okay, things have changed. It's also hard to talk to people as a leader. It's hard to talk to people and have those crucial conversations when they need to be held accountable for something or they need to improve in the coming year. But I'd say mostly the reason that we don't look at the budgets again is because it's a lot like weighing yourself on a scale. When you have a New Year's resolution to eat better and exercise more, but every time you step on the scale, you're not seeing any results or you're going in the wrong direction, people tend to stop monitoring and they don't want to step on the scale. So keeping up and monitoring the results with your team is how to find success in the end. So here's how to transform a budget into a powerhouse document that actually works as a tool to guide the team. Number one, break that budget down into the pieces owned by budget owners. So every expense line, every income line, every cost of goods sold line on your budget should have somebody, one person who is responsible, ultimately accountable for that expense or that income. Okay, and then all of those budget plans roll up to the summary for the business. The second thing is to distribute the results monthly in summary. And I'm talking about distributing it to budget owners and also to people on the leadership team. And people tend to get a little bit squirrely about this because they don't want employees to know that the company is not meeting its goals, or even that the company is meeting its goals, because if it's not meeting its goals, people tend to worry about, boy, do I have a job coming up next month? And if the business is meeting its goals or exceeding its goals, what happens? Well, everybody comes and asks for a raise. So people tend to hold it tight to the vest, but this is the wrong thing to do. It really needs to be something that, a living, breathing document with variances and forecasts, and it should be the center of communication for a leadership team. The other thing is that it will empower people to solve their own problems. How many business owners have all the problems tend to end up on their desk? And we wish that people would solve their own problems, do some critical thinking, and feel empowered to make decisions with good data like a budget. So empowering people is going to make your life much easier. The last thing is that budget should be used to provide rewards and recognition for achieving the goals in the budget. This is important, obviously, because incentives are everything in business, and we should all share in the successes or the pressures of the business. So once you start using a budget like this, you'll see more accountability. People will be empowered to make decisions and solve their own problems, and you can move forward and make your own decisions more confidently. I'd love to hear your stories and experiences about budgeting philosophy, so please leave them in the comments below. Thanks so much.